nato si power. Copy the base, x minus y. And then, since this is just raised to 1, right?
Yes po.
So what is the derivative of x minus y?
This 1 minus y prime po.
1 minus y prime.
Yes po.
Derivative of x is 1, derivative of y is y prime, right?
Yes po.
Plus derivative of 4x.
4.
4. Derivative of 1.
0.
0. So basically, it's just equal to 0, correct?
Yes po.
So next one is we have to isolate our y prime kay kana atong ginapangita for the slope, right?
Yes po.
So in order for us to isolate that, we'll move this other term, kaning nga term ang nalahi, i-move nato sa pikas. The same lang gihapon, di na lang nato ni i-distribute. Pwede na nato dili i-distribute, right? Class, and then i-divide na lang nato by 2xy. Pwede?
Pwede po.
Makancel ni. Ang mabilin is 1 minus y prime is equivalent to negative 4 over 2 times x minus y. Correct?
Yes po.
And then, again, kailangan ang mabilin diri is si y prime na lang. So, unsa may buhaton?
Transpose po yung 1 po, ma'am.
Transpose nato si 1 to the
1.
other
Yes.
side. Correct?
Yes. Yes po.
Or pwede po ikambyo nato si y prime atong ibalhin po nato ning pikas kay negative man ni si y prime. Pwede?
Pwede po. Pwede
Do
po.
you understand my point?
Yes.
Yes po, ma'am.
Para ma-positive si y prime, ibalhin nato siya sa pikas. Kani para ma-positive ni ibalhin nato siya sa pikas. Pwede?
Pwede. Pwede po.
Okay, so this would become 1 plus 4 divided by 2.
It's 2 po.
2 na lang ako ibutang. Which is equal to y prime. So we already have now the value for the y prime. And as you can see, we have the points given here. And, di ba, si y prime is equivalent to slope po daw, correct?
Yes po.
We have to find the constant value of the slope para ato siyang ma-substitute later to the other once we get the tangent and the normal line. So, given these points here, substitute lang nato nito our equation. So, this would become 1 plus 2 over 0 minus 1. Correct?
Yes po.
So, what is our y prime now?
Negative 3.
Negative 1, ma'am.
1 half.
Pila man gyud?
Naglibog.
Negative 1.
Negative 1. Kamu i-calculate na lang gyud, malibog pa. Okay. So, our slope now is negative 1. So, we'll be needing this slope in order for us to find the tangent. So, for tangent, again, that is from the formula y minus y sub 1 is equivalent to m times x minus x sub 1, correct? This is the point slope form formula.
Yes po.
Okay, so kanay mo ni siya. So, meaning to say, we have the given value. This one, we have given points here. And this given points here, class, is our x sub 1. This is our y sub 1. Gets? This one given points is our x sub 1. This other given point is our y sub 1. So that being said, that is the value that will be substituting here sa atong y sub 1 o x sub 1. Gets?
Yes po.
Yes po.
Okay, so we have y, and then the value of y sub 1 is 1. And the value of our m, what is our slope?
Negative 1 po.
Negative 1. So, i-substitute gihapon nato na. We have negative 1. And the value of our x sub 1 is 0. Correct?
Correct po.
Okay. After that, let's just tawag ni distribute ang ato ang slope. So may mo na ni negative x. Negative 1 times negative 0 is still
Pero
0,
wala rin.
right?
Yes po.
So, meaning to say, ato lang ning i-arrange, mahimo ning, wala natin isa ka-side, equate to 0. So, this would be x plus y minus 1 is equal to 0, correct?
Correct.
So, meaning to say, this is already our equation for the tangent line. Ana lang kadali.
Excuse me po, ma'am.
Yes.
Acceptable din po ba yung slope-intercept form lang po, ma'am?
Slope intercept form is unsa gani na?
Y equal to mx plus b po.
Mx plus b. That is acceptable, pero yeah, that is just practically the same.
Yes
Y
po.
is equal to mx
Yes po.
plus b.
Plus b.
Yeah, I think so, yes. Or to be safe, you can just use the point slope form.
Okay po, ma'am. Okay po.
Okay? So this is for the tangent. I-arrange lang din ninyo ni usually kung naay choices ang inyong problem, you can just select from there. Pero for me, I want it to be rated to 0. Depende nga pa na ha. Pero for me, for those under me, you have to do it your answers to 0. Okay?
Okay po, ma'am.
Okay. So that's for the tangent. Now for the normal, the same hapon na to si point slope form. However, for the slope sa normal is you have to have it tawag ni negative reciprocal of the slope of the given slope. Meaning to say the slope in the normal line equation would be m is equivalent to negative reciprocal of the slope. Get? Do you understand?
Yes po.
This is always for the normal. Malahi iyahang slope. Mahimo siyang negative reciprocal. So, meaning to say, ang atong m diri since is negative 1, that is negative 1 divided by negative 1, that is
1.
1. So, the slope that we're using here for the normal is just positive 1, not negative 1. Guessed? Yes, Keymark.
Wala po, ma'am. Napindot lang.
Dili ko masugot. Charot. Okay, so that is the slope for the normal. So let's find the equation of the normal line. Again, using the same, y minus y sub 1 is equivalent to m times x minus x sub 1. So the same gihapon na mga values atong i-substitute. Si y sub 1 would be this, x sub 1 would be this. So y minus 1, pero ang slope is palahi na. That is equal to 1. X minus 0. So y minus 1 is equal to x. And then 1 times 0 is just basically 0, correct?
Yes po.
Okay, so since positive man si x, kaning y 1 ang i-move sa pikas. Kung negative si x siya ang i-move. You understand? So it's possible positive ang answer for the x. Okay? So equate this still into 0, pero you'll be transposing the y minus 1. So this would be x minus y plus 1 equal to 0. So this is now the equation of our normal line. Gets?
Yes.
How about the others? Understood?
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay, so that
po.
is for the tangent and Pretty much the same process na good ang pagkuha. So let's have another example. Okay, this one only 1 point is given. As you can see, kaganina it should be pair. We should have the value for y because that is the value that will be substituting for y sub 1 and x sub 1. But in here, x sub 1 lang ang given, correct?
Yes po.
So, meaning to say, sa matang buhaton.
Substitute
Okay,
the value of x po, ma'am, to the original equation po, then solve for y po.
sige, ikaw na lang diri Kim.
Ay, sorry po, ma'am.
Okay, that's actually correct. That's correct. That's correct. Pag inani ang case class nga isa lang ka point ang given, x lang ang given or y lang ang given, you have to substitute it first without deriving. Okay? Para makuha lang nato ang value sa y. Dili sa i-derive, substitute sa. So meaning to say this would be 3 squared minus 6 times 3 plus 2y minus 8 is equal to 0. Isolate 2y para makuha na to ang value sa 2y. Pila si 3 squared? 9 minus 18 minus 8. Pila man na? How much is this?
Negative 17 po.
Na-transpose na ng value, wala pa.
Wala pa po. Pero if i-transpose, it's positive po.
Positive na. Okay, do you understand, class? Still following?
Yes po.
Okay, so in order for us to find the value of y, divide lang by 2, divide by 2. So y is equivalent to 17 over 2. Can we still simplify this?
Hindi na po.
Dili na. So our value for y is 17 over 2. So after that, meaning to say, ang ato ang points na na-given diri is 3 og 17 over 2. Correct?
Yes po.
Pero, that is still for the value of y. Now, we have to find again the slope. So, how can we find the slope from here?
Derive po, ma'am. Then substitute po.
Okay, derivative of x squared.
2x po.
Derivative of 6x.
6 po.
Derivative of 2y.
It's 2y prime po.
Derivative of 8 is just 0.
0.
So, 0. Okay, so after this is isolate na to si term na na 2y prime or na y prime. So we have 2y prime is equivalent to 6 minus 2x, correct?
Yes po.
Yes po.
Divide by 2. Divide by 2. So y prime is equivalent to 6 minus 2x. Din lang nato na i-simplify. Mag-substitute man gyapon tag value. Right?
Yes po.
Yes po.
At x is equal to 3. X na lang manabilin nga variable,
Substitute.
right?
Yes po.
So 6 minus 2 times 3 divided by 2. Pila man?
0 po.
0? Okay. 6 minus 6 is 0 divided by 2 is 0. So our y prime or the slope is equal to 0. So for tangent, again, si tangent, dili na mag-modify ang slope. Si normal ang mag-modify sa slope, right?
Yes po.
So for tangent, we have y minus y sub 1 is equivalent to m times x minus x sub 1. Y minus 17 over 2 is equivalent to 0 times x minus 3. Since this is multiplied by 0, meaning to say this is just equal to 0, correct?
Yes po.
Correct po.
Tama?
Yes po.
So ang nabilin karon is y minus 17 over 2 is equal to 0. And I don't want answers that has fraction. So you have to modify this. Though it's already equated to 0, you have to change this without the fraction. So, unsaan man pag-eliminate sa fraction?
Multiply both side by 2 po.
Okay, very good. Multiply both sides by 2. So, mahimo ning 2y minus 17 is equal to 0. So, this is already our equation for the tangent line. Okay? Questions?
None so far po.
Understood?
Yes po.
How about the others? Lalaine, question.
Wala po, ma'am.
Gazelle, question. Jennifer, question. Understood so far, ha? Bantay. Okay, so for normal, is again, we have to negate negative reciprocal of the slope. So, mahimo na ning n is equal to negative 1 over 0. Pila man eh? Negative 1 over 0.
0
Undefined
Japon
po.
po. Ay,
Undefined po, ma'am.
0 or undefined? That's a majority.
Undefined po. Undefined po.
Okay, this is undefined. So, let's just have that as infinity. So, in this case, y minus 17 over 2 is equivalent to undefined x minus 3. So in this case, class, we cannot distribute negative, we cannot distribute infinity to our equation. So what we have to do is we have to divide both sides by infinity para matanggal na to ang infinity dere. Because as you can see, if dili na to na buhaton, this is already in y. So dapat ang normal ang mabilin is x na pod. Okay? So divide by infinity, makancel ni. So ang kani is infinity. And as we know, any number divided by infinity is what?
0.
0.
0 po.
0. So that was from the first topic, right? Any number divided by infinity is 0. So meaning to say that is 0. So meaning to say ang nabilin karon is x minus 3 is equal to 0, correct? Correct?
Yes po.
Okay, so this is already our equation for the normal line. So if you would graph that one class, that is also equivalent to x is equal to 3. So kung i-graph ni mo na, asa na siya dapit? 1,
Right
2, 3.
side.
So nasya dere. This is the normal line. And if you would graph this one as well, the tangent, basta depende na sa imong pag-graph. Di na lang ta mag-graph, ha? Di mo yata i-require graph. Trust me. Okay, anyway, this is already the equation for the normal line. Question? Questions? Questions? Okay, for a while, ha? Because there were already some of you that have already checked the exam. Pero dili pa tanan since there's still a lot to check. Wait lang. I'm just typing the new problem. Okay, next, another example. You have find the tangent of y squared is equivalent to x cubed over 4 minus x at 2, 2. So this is just the tangent. Wala na giingon na normal line. Okay, so for this one, how can we solve for this? Already given 2 points. The y sub 1 and the x sub 1. So meaning to say, ang atong pangitaon na lang diretso is
The slope po.
the slope. So from here, how can we find the slope?
Simplify pa muna yung ano ma'am yung equation po. Cross
Simplify the
multiply po.
equation how?
Cross multiply po.
Would it make our equation simple?
Yes po ma'am para madali pong ma-derive po.
Pwede rin. By implicit, right?
Yes po, since implicit po.
Anong gusto maki-implicit? Pwede man na to ni square root both sides. Pero mas kapoy, no? No? Pwede?
Yes po, yes po. Pero
Mas
kapoy
kapoy
lang po ma'am. Kapoy.
kung mag-radical pa ta. Sige. Let's have y squared is equivalent to, let's follow na lang that. 4 minus x. So multiply both sides by the denominator. 4 minus x para di na daw ta mag-quotient rule, mag-radical something. So mahimo na ning 4 minus x, and then we have the y squared is equivalent to x cubed, correct?
Yes po.
So this would be 4y squared minus xy squared is equivalent to x cubed, right?
Yes po.
So deriving this, since kailangan na naman tayo given points, slope na lang diretso ang pangitaon. Tama? What's the derivative of 4y squared?
8y prime po.
8y, y prime. And then this one, product rule, right?
Yes po.
So, u dv plus v du. U is x. Derivative sa atong v is
2y prime po.
plus y
X.
squared
Yes po.
times 1, correct?
Yes po.
Enclose na to in parenthesis class, especially if it's negative here, because kailangan man na siya i-distribute ang negative sign. Do you understand?
Yes po.
Okay, how about the x cubed?
3x squared po.
Okay, simplifying, we have 8y y prime minus 2x y prime minus y squared is equivalent to 3x squared. Right? Are we still on track? Everyone still following?
Yes po.
Yes po.
Okay, isolate natin yung terms na may y prime. So, dere 8y, correct?
Yes po.
Minus 2xy is equivalent to 3x squared plus y squared. So divide both sides by 8y minus 2xy. 8y minus 2xy. Y prime now is at 2, 2. So 3 times 2 squared plus 2 squared over 8 times 2 minus 2 times 2 times 2. Pila man eh?
It's 2 po.
Is it 2 for the
Yes.
others?
Yes po.
Okay.
Yes.
So meaning to say our slope is 2. So in order for us to find the tangent na, we have y minus 2, correct? Tangent lang man itong ipangita
Yes
is
po.
equivalent to 2 times x minus 2. Okay? Again, that is still from y minus y sub 1 is equivalent to m times x minus x sub 1. Okay, so simplifying, we have 2x minus 4, right?
Yes po.
So
Yes
since
po.
this is positive, x is positive, we'll be moving this side to the other side. Okay, so we have 2x minus 4. Sorry. minus 4 minus y plus 2 is equal to 0, correct?
Yes po.
And this is 2x minus y, negative 4 plus 2,
Negative 2.
negative 2. So our tangent equation of the tangent line is this one. Questions? Questions? Class understood? Raise your hand if you have understood. Princess Michelle understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, last example. Wait lang. Paano ko ka-prepare class kay hantod? Ang gamit din ako ang 2 hours sa akong classes. Previous class. So wala ako naka-prepare. I'm sorry. So hangak pa. Kabalo ko kita inyong teacher ba? Feeling na ko. Kaila ko. Nag-leave siya, no? Princess? Nag-leave siya, inyong teacher?
Wala man, ma'am.
Wala din. Okay, anyway.
Di may nabikil sa ano, ma'am. Ma'am, naka-recording about implicit.
Implicit. Let me check. Haba ko yung recording class? Ay, wala. Ah. Wala. Wala yata. Wala gyud.
Sige, sige, ma'am.
Okay, so sa YouTube, yes.
Nagtanong ko sa YouTube, ma'am, pero dili siya gusto na yung ato nga process.
Oh, intriguing. Kinsa ka na inyong teacher? Okay, anyway, it's almost time. Let's have this. Let's answer this one. So we have find the tangent and normal. Y is equivalent to 4x cubed plus minus 4x plus 1 at x is equal to 4. So okay, so again, isa lang ang point nga given. So meaning to say, kailangan na to pangitaon ang value ni y, correct? So in which kailangan na to siya i-substitute here. So it's already explicit function. This is an explicit function already, so we just have to substitute it. Substitute the value of x here. So this would be 4 times 4 cubed minus 4 times 4 plus 1. So, pila man eh?
241 po.
241. Okay. So, that is our y. So, meaning to say, y here is equivalent to 241. So, for the y prime, derive na lang ni diretso. 4x cubed is 12x squared, correct?
Yes po.
Minus 4. And substitute the value of x. 12 times 4 squared minus 4 is How much?
188.
188. So this is our slope as well. So for tangent na sad, y minus y sub 1, which is 241, is equivalent to 188 times x minus 4. So this would be y minus 241 is equivalent to 188x minus 188 times 4.
752 po.
752. So 188x minus 752 minus y plus 241 is pila maning 752 ug 241.
Negative 511 po.
Negative 511 is equal to 0. So meaning to say, this is already our equation of the tangent line. So for normal, our slope will be changed from 188, mahimo siya negative 1 over 188, correct?
Yes po.
So this would be y minus 241 is equivalent to negative 1 over 188 times x minus 4. Right? So eliminate na nato daan ang share ang sa atong buhaton.
Both side ay 188.
Multiply by 188. So we say 188y 241 times what?
Negative 45,308 po.
45,308. Promise?
Yes po.
Okay. And then this one, negative na lang ang bilhin, right?
Yes.
So negative 1 times x, that's x. Negative 1 times negative 4, that is positive 4. So since si x ang negative dire, siya ang sa x. So ano mo na x plus 188y minus 45308 minus 4 is equal to 0, correct?
Yes po.
And simplifying, pila man eh, 45308 minus 4. Negative,
45,312 po.
so this is already our final answer. Okay? Questions? Questions, everyone? Okay, hearing none, so I think if wala ang nasagot or wala. So on the next session, we'll be discussing increasing and decreasing function. So as much as possible, watch the video first in the YouTube for increasing and decreasing. And then we'll be discussing a review for that one. Pero we'll still row. Pero it's not our session, right? But if we meet tomorrow, gamay na lang karang time. So I'll try to meet you tomorrow still for the increasing function so that we discuss next week. Okay.